morning and welcome to the third day of the Women's Nationals Championship. We're coming to you live from King City, Ontario. This is Manali Patel and I'll be taking you through the game today. We've got British Columbia, the first game that they'll be having some commentary on this tournament so far. British Columbia won the toss and they chose to bowl, and they're taking on the Atlantic Canadian side this morning. British Columbia had a very good day yesterday. They had 2 games and they won both. In the morning they took on Ontario Fire, and in the afternoon they took the Prairies. 2 for 2 for them, and unfortunately not quite the same for Atlantic Canada. They had a break in the morning and went up against a very talented and experienced side in Ontario Heat, and they just couldn't pull off a win. Not enough runs on the board to start with, and they took a second loss yesterday. We're expecting an exciting game today. We've got a BC side that has a lot of experience, and not just that, they're coming in with a high from 2 wins. And we've got Danielle out in the middle, who she's been carrying her team all by herself for the last 2 days, and I'm sure she's going to intend to do the same today. Forecast for this morning, we're looking at blue skies and lots of sunshine. It's not as hot as it was on the first day. It's the perfect temperature, about 20 degrees right now, going up to about 24. But all in all, another perfect day for cricket. The 2 batters out in the middle, Danielle McGee and Ramesh Srijanani, and the bowler to start the attack, Saya Chana. And we're off. Starting off with a full delivery. It's going to be a drop ball. Expecting an all-around good performance from this British Columbia side. They've decent bowlers, very good fielding, and the batting also a very strong lineup. They seem to be one of the more balanced sides in this tournament between them and Ontario Heat. We're anticipating a showdown in the final, but we'll have a better understanding of that at the end of this game. Swing and a miss. And Danny's getting tested this morning. She's scored runs in every outing that she's had so far. She's a big hitter of the ball. But she also knows when to be patient. She's calculated that way. She's calm with her game. She picks and chooses her moments to attack. And she's played that down the ground. It's well over the fielder at mid-off. It's going to run away for a boundary. And that's the first 4 of the innings. well bowled again. Good line, good length. And just a nod of the head from Danny acknowledging the good ball. One legal delivery to come in the over, and this has been a good start from British Columbia. We do have 2 matches this morning. Ontario Fire taking on the Prairies on the ground beside us. And we'll have an update on the score for you as soon as we can. Full delivery. Pushed into the leg side, and they pick up a single. Most importantly, they pick up a single off the last ball of the over, bringing Danny back on strike. 5 runs at the end of the first over for no loss. Mansala Chala coming into the attack from the road end.
Short number is 12. I'll get the name shortly for you.
Thank you. Yeah, 4 then that.
Oh, that's very well bowled. That is some unexpected bounce from the pavilion end. We've seen the pitch keep low for the last 2 days, and that one just kicks off of nowhere. Got a very enthusiastic British Columbia coach sitting beside us, cheering his team on, cheering every ball, every dot ball. And that's flicked away. It's going to be 6 runs. She makes it look effortless, Danny. Just missing her line on that occasion. Chala, and she is punished with a maximum. Just shows you how accurate you have to be with your bowling when you're bowling against Danielle. She is very powerful, and she can clear the boundary quite easily. They've done well to keep the pressure on British Columbia, but a few loose deliveries and you're going to give all the confidence right back to Danielle. Ooh, looking to cut that away. She's frustrated with herself, Danielle, but that ball again, back to the way the pitch was playing, keeping low. It was short, just didn't rise as well as she was hoping for. Pulled away again. And this is even bigger than the last boundary. That's going to be a maximum again. And this ball travels nearly to the game next to us. Straying down the leg side again. Chala, she's punished. 2 6s coming off of this over. Cannot afford to bowl anything short or anything down the leg. You will get punished. That's punched into the offside. The keeper, or sorry, the fielder makes a mess of it. That's going to be another 4 runs. Fielder at mid-off trying to play a little bit of soccer with that ball. Doesn't get her hands to it. And she makes a mess of it. Should have only been a single, if that. Poor piece of fielding to back the bowler, Challa. Better delivery. And that is going to be the end of the over. 21 for no loss at the end of 2. Just a quick update on the ground beside us. Ontario Fire taking on the Prairies. Ontario 6 for no loss after their first over. 2 opening batters.
Watch it.
Maliha Beg
Hello.
and Achni Pereira. They're gonna try and get a win today, Ontario Fire. They have not won a game yet in this tournament. They were one of the favorites to win the tournament, and unfortunately they're sitting at the bottom of the table. Saya Chana back into the attack. And that's well bowled. Peculiar shot from the batter. Sri Janani Ramesh swiping away at it. Nowhere in position to play that ball. Lucky almost that the ball wasn't straighter. That's chipped into the offside. It's going to get past the gap. Not going to run away for 4. Just stops in front of the ropes. They pick up 2 quick singles. Well bowled again. It's through the keeper. It's not going to cost them. There is a fielder at third man who gets around pretty quick. They've just rolled the keeper's just rolled the ball down the pitch. It's stopped midway. I'm not sure what the understanding is there. It is still a little dewy out there. They should be keeping the ball up as much as they can. Not seeing anyone with a towel out there except for the bowler. I guess these are factors that they haven't really taken into consideration this morning. That's chipped in the air. It's going to land short of the fielder at mid-off. Chances are coming, but just not getting to the fielders. Back of a length. It's going to be a dot ball. This has been a tidy over from Saya Chana. She's been on the mark for most of it. Just the 2 runs coming off of it so far. There's a big appeal, looking for a caught behind, and the umpires say not out. There was a slight sound, but again, we're quite far away from the middle, so hard to say from here. Regardless, that's the end of the over. 23 for no loss at the end of 3. Masala Chala to continue the attack from the road end. She's got the formidable Danny on strike. Do have 2 fielders out in the deep, long on and deep mid wicket. And that is well bowled. A good delivery to start this over.
Yeah. Same number 2 bowler.
Straying down leg. It's going to be a wide. She's lucky Danny didn't get a bat on that. It would have been a 4 or 6. Whether it be a tickle or more of a connection. She's got to stop straying down leg, Chala.
Keep coaching. That's okay. Sometimes we do intentionally wait.
Okay, got to know the technique.
Give him exercise, you know.
And that was almost a wide on the offside. Danny does well to reach that. A dot ball. That's picked up off the pads. She's put that out into the middle of the field again. It's another 6 for Danny, and unfortunate for Chala. She's on the receiving end of all 3 sixes hit so far. Another fantastic shot. Chala under some serious pressure here. She's gone for 16 runs in her first over. That's smashed down the ground. The fielder at mid-off had no chance of stopping that. It went like a tracer bullet, and she's going to pick up another boundary to her name, Danny. She's off to a flyer. 25 runs off of 12 deliveries. Flighted delivery, slower delivery. It's driven to short extra cover. It's going to stay a dot ball. Pulled away again. It's going to be another 6. This time over cow corner. She's a lone fighter for her side, Atlantic Canada, and she's certainly doing the job for her team.
How you doing? Good, good. Back here? Back here?
40 for no loss at the end of 4. Saya Chana to continue the attack from the pavilion end.
Hello.
We start the over with a wide. Saya Chana has been on the mark for the first 2 overs that she bowled. Just the 7 runs coming off of her 2 overs. And unfortunately, she starts with a wide this over. Not what you would want from the other bowler that's bowling well. Considering her partner, Mansa Chawla, is going for quite a few runs down the other end. And that's well bowled. Better come back. 4 overs in, 41 runs on the board. Predictions for the score, if we keep going at this rate, we're looking well over 150. But then we do know that once Danielle falls, there isn't much batting in this Atlantic Canadian side. That's chipped out to the fielder at mid-off. She makes a mess of it. It went straight to her and unfortunately right through the hands, and that goes down as a drop catch. They pick up a single and bring Danny back on strike. Unfortunately, Mansa Chawla is not having the day that she'd hoped for. She's going for quite a lot of runs from the road end, and she's just been part of a drop catch. That's cut away. It's cut away in the gap, and that's an easy boundary. Short, wide, and Danny says, "Thank you very much." Just 4 runs away from a 50 for Atlantic Canada. That's going to be another single to Danny. Just the 2 deliveries to come in the over. ticking along. 47 for no loss. Ontario Fire and Prairie 29 for 1 at the end of 4 overs. Malia Beg, the first wicket to fall on that ground. Danny calling for single. They make it through quite easily. Sloppy running from Ramesh. Doesn't slide her bat in. Almost just jogging it across. These are 1% factors that you should be making sure that you do. You might not have other skill sets. You might still be working on improving your skill sets. But simple things, running it between the wickets, sliding your bat, these are things that you would consider absolute basics. Ooh, looking to pull that, stays low. And that's going to be the end of the over. 48 for no loss after 5. We're going to see a bowling change from the road end. Mansa Chawla, she's been given a break.
Arnold, our scorer, coming.
And coming into the attack is Nicole Gallagher.
Is asking for the physio at the end of this over.
Nicole Gallagher is actually a past Ontario player. She was born and raised in Ontario for a big part of her life, and for the last 5 or 6 years she's moved out west to British Columbia. Played a lot of cricket here and took a break, and now she's back. She says she's ready to take on cricket again.
Yeah, I saw her this morning. She went down that side. White. She have on a white shirt.
Starts off with a no ball. It's going to be a free hit. Ramesh on strike for the no ball. You would have hoped for Danny to be on strike if you were Atlantic Canada. And that looks like it's going to be another no ball and another free hit. Gallagher's got to try and pitch this ball fuller. As we know, the pitch has very little bounce on this end to begin with. She's got to try and hit the deck a little bit harder. Pitch it fuller. Again, these no balls are because the ball has bounced twice. Pulled into the leg side. There's no fielder out in the deep. And it just crosses a boundary. It's going to be 4 runs. And Danny just signaling to her teammates, pumping them up, asking them to be loud and cheer their team on. Expensive start to this Nicole Gallagher over. 6 runs off of it already, and we've only had the 1 legal delivery so far.
She's
Unfortunately, that's followed up with a wide, a boundary and a wide. Nicole Gallagher's going to have to find her mark soon. She is struggling.
Two legal.
Just the 2 legal deliveries so far in the over. This is shaping up to be a very big over.
Check in the room here.
Another dot ball. It's gonna be another dot ball. Nicole Gallagher potentially finding her groove.
Okay.
Oh, that's well bowled. She finishes the over on a high. Rough start to the over, but she pulls it back, Nicole Gallagher. It's going to be 55 for no loss at the end of 6.
No, I know this is retire horse.
We're going to have
I know this is
a change in batting. Sri Janani Ramesh is going to retire hurt herself. She seems to be struggling with a niggle, and she's just hobbling off the field right now. The new batter in, Nikki Matthews. Nikki Matthews joins Danielle McGee out in the middle, and again we're off to a flyer. Atlantic Canada have brought up their 50. Are sitting at 55 for no loss.
Who's in there?
Danny, 42 off of 20, 4 4s and 4 6s to her name so far. And I don't think she's quite done yet. Saya Chana to continue the attack from the pavilion end. She's bowling her 4th over. She's going to bowl her spell out. She's bowled well so far. Just the 15 runs coming off of her 3 overs. I'm sure she'd love to finish it off with a wicket.
Who's the next batsman? Yuki.
That's flicked on to the leg side, flicked off the pads by Danielle. That's going to be 4 runs. Just missing her line a little bit on this occasion. And she's punished Saya Chana. Better delivery. It's going to be a dot ball. It's pulled away again. It's going to be 4 runs. Spectator's chair does a very good job fielding that out of the boundary behind square leg. And most importantly, Danielle brings up yet another half century. She's brought up her 15, just 23 deliveries, 6 4s, and 4 6s. She makes scoring runs look effortless. Tested a little bit against the Ontario Heat bowlers. Cut into the offside. It's just going to be a dot ball. It's hit down the ground. The fielder at long off, very slow to get to the ball. It does go for another boundary. It's a sloppy fielding, not attacking the ball as well as she should have. She did not cut the angle. Unfortunately for BC, it's cost them another 4 runs. I mentioned earlier in the tournament, fitness is going to be key in this 4-day back-to-back game tournament, and we can see that, you know, it is now an issue with a lot of players. The physio is busy. Oh, and she's bowled! Saya Chana, she does the job for British Columbia, and they will be relieved to see the back of that player, Danielle McGee. She has gone for a fantastic 54 off of 26 deliveries. She's done the job up at the top. You would think that she would have needed to be out there a little bit longer for her Atlantic Canadian side, but she should not be disappointed with herself. She's batted phenomenally well. Looking to pull the ball again, keeping low. She's deceived by the lack of bounce on that occasion, and unfortunately she was bowled on that occasion. The new batter in, Roya Samim. He joins Nikki Matthews out in the middle. Unfortunately, this is kind of where it all falls apart for Atlantic Canada. Not much batting to come after Danielle up at the top. And we saw yesterday British Columbia more than capable of chasing 130, 140 against a decent bowling attack. They're going to need quite a few more runs to be challenged, British Columbia. Nicole Gallagher to continue from the road end. Had a wayward start to her first over. Finished on a high. It'll be interesting to see if she can find her mark from the get-go. Not as much pressure when you're bowling to two fairly new batters out in the middle. And that's going to be a wide. It's almost as if she's trying to put the ball in a position on the field rather than bowl the ball. We do see a lot of newer bowlers do this where they're trying to be accurate, but if you're going to bowl pace, it has a lot to do with rhythm more than just trying to place the ball in a specific spot. Low full toss. It's going to be a dot ball. It's going to be another wide, and sloppy work from the keeper. They're going to pick up an additional run. 2 wides. That's chipped up in the air, just over the head of the fielder. Short extra cover. Samim survives. It's going to be another dot ball regardless. Nicole Gallagher will be happy that it wasn't a wide. She'll take a dot ball any day. Better delivery. That's edged into the offside. Got no slips. They pick up an easy single. A quick update on the Ontario Fire Prairies game. 65 for 1 after 8 overs. Achni Pereira on 42 off 32. She's going along well. Got another wide.
You gotta start with a wide duck, 2 wide.
And looks like we're going to follow it up with another wide.
Then dot, and one.
Just see the under 19 boys coming in. Had a chat with Coach Picardoo yesterday. They've got the under 19 World Cup qualifiers coming up next month, and they have been training every day,
2 wide.
making sure that they're able to secure a spot at the under 19 World Cup. Flicked into the leg side. They're going to pick up another single. The bulk of the action has slowed down after the wicket of Danielle.
Then you have dot, and dot.
No, after
We're
the
back
2
to
wide,
more
dot, then a
structured
one,
cricket, rotating the strike.
Then 2 wide,
Unfortunately, the
wide,
shots
wide.
have all but dried up.
and then a 1,
Oh, and that's well bowled.
and now a dot.
And that's going to be the end of the over. $74 for 1 at the end of 8. Gonna see a change of bowling. Sayachella was bowled out the previous over from the pavilion end and into the attack. We're gonna see some spin. Manat Hundal into the attack. She's a young and an up-and-coming leg spinner. Looking for a spot to make an impact in the game with her leg spin this morning. Just a little short on that occasion. It's not going to go for 4 runs. They're going to pick up 2 runs. She's definitely able to turn the ball. Just needs to find a better length to be able to do that. Flighted loose delivery. It's a full toss. Lucky to get away with that. You'd have to agree, if Danielle was on strike, that would have been in the car park again, parking lot. Gets away with it. Better delivery, very well bowled. Not easy bowling the art of leg spin. She's got a good action. She's able to control it very well as well. Not as much flight. She's definitely a prospect in the future. And that's popped up in the air. It's going to fall short of the fielder and the bowler. Just a dot ball after all that action. Well bowled again. Popped up in the air. Into the gap. Looking for 2 runs, and they get it quite easily at the end. 79 for 1 at the end of 9. Ticking along Atlantic Canada. They're going at 8.78 runs and over. Thanks to the accelerated half century of Danielle, we will see a deceleration in the strike rate, unfortunately, or run rate. But a lot of overs to bat still. Amar Paul Kaur into the attack from the road end. Another very experienced player. She's played a lot of cricket in India. Been in Canada for a few years now. Just finding out that she's actually eligible to now represent Canada if she's chosen. There's a good chance that might happen. She is a very talented batter and off-spin bowler. And excellent in the field. Starts with a short delivery, running off out into the deep. It's not going to reach the boundary at backward point, but they pick up 2 runs yet again, and this is good running between the 2 batters out in the middle. Nikki Matthews and Lima Samim, they've done well to rotate the strike. Haven't hit a lot of big shots, but nonetheless able to get the runs on the board. Deceive the batsman, deceive the keeper. It's going to be a dot ball. Guided delivery. It's going to be a wide. Loose delivery from Amarpal Kaur. Again, string down leg. This time the batter gets some bat on it. Looking for 2 runs. They've turned around. They're going to need a good throw. Unfortunately, the throw is just not good enough, and they make it through for a comfortable 2 runs again. Big shout. Umpire says not out. She allows the ball to get some air, slower through the air. It's going to be a dot ball and 1 delivery to come in the over.
84 for 1. 84 for 1. 1 for 84. How many others? Just wait for the last ball. It will be 10 overs.
84 for 1 at the end of 10. Halfway stage, going at 8.4 runs and over. Again, the bowling not very strong from Atlantic Canada, but you'd wonder if they're able to get close to that 140 mark, if they can put a little bit of pressure on BC. British Columbia does have a few experienced batters, very good top order batters. Just have to see how it plays out.
Understand?
This is
But learn from us.
Just a quick update from the Ontario Fire Prairies game. Achni Pereira brings up her 50 off of 37 deliveries. Correction, she's still on 49. A run away from her 50. She's batted extremely well. 89 for 2. Ontario Fire seem to be playing very well today in comparison to the first 2 days. Of course, they are going against a slightly inexperienced side in the Prairies. Back to this game. Hundal back into the attack from the pavilion end. Decent first over. Oh, and that's a well bowled delivery. Very well bowled from the youngster. Slightly shorter on that occasion, but no harm done. Quite impressed with this young leg spinner. Shown great control of the ball. She also bowls fairly flat, which is not easy to do when you're bowling leg spin. Slide it again. It's going to be through the gap. Doesn't really have the legs to run away to the boundary. The fielder at mid-off giving chase. And they pick up another 2 runs. Fly to delivery this time around, and she is bold. The flight does the trick, and she picks up a wicket. Manat Hundal, her first wicket. Lima Samim, she walks back 3 for 8. Sorry, 3 off of 9 for her. Atlantic Canada, 84 for 2. New batter in, Dia Trivedi. Manat Hundal to continue. 1 legal delivery to come. Flighted delivery, well bowled. And that was a fantastic over. 86 for 2 at the end of 11. Paul Kaur to continue from the road end. A lot of flight on that delivery. She's not getting the zip that she typically gets with the ball. I'm not sure why. She just needs to find her rhythm this morning. Flight it again. Low full toss. It's swept into the leg side. They're going to pick up just the 1 run.
First ball, 1 run.
First.
Nikki,
First ball.
1 run. Finish.
Wasn't the first ball a drop ball? And then the second ball was a no. That's going to be a wide. Again, just not finding the rhythm. They'll run across and they pick up 2 wides. Paul Kaur just losing slight shape, not getting as tall as you'd expect an off spinner to get. Better delivery, played into the offside, and a comfortable single. There's a shout. Oh, My mistake. That is going to be a run out. Again, sloppy running, just not sliding that bat in. Not showing the aggression in between the wickets, and Atlantic Canada lose their third.
By 18 up.
Nikki Matthews unfortunately has to walk back. She gets out for 9 off of 13.
Nikki Matthews.
She was going well out in the middle.
Nikki Matthews. Number.
Correction, Dia Trivedi is run out.
I know it was the.
And she's got to walk back for a duck. Ray Blaze, the new batter in,
No.
is capable of hitting a long ball.
Builder was 18
And Owen Paul Kaur will be happy to have picked up a wicket.
over here.
Hopefully the confidence can bring her back and find her rhythm. Well bowled again.
That ball.
2 balls to Ray and 2 dot balls to British Columbia.
Yeah.
That's chipped up down the ground. It's going to fall well short of the fielder at mid-on. They pick up a single. And Ray opens up her account. That's going to be the end of the over. 90 runs for 2 at the end of 12. Hundal to continue the attack from the pavilion end. It's well bowled, chipped into the offside. Ray does well to get under that and up and over the infield. She picks up a boundary. Under pressure. First ball of the over, going for 4 runs. Manat Hundal, she's bowling her third over, 11 runs so far off 2.1. She's picked up 1 wicket. Just flashing away at the ball, Ray. This time she's got a thick edge down to the third man boundary. Unfortunate for the bowler. She goes for another 4 runs. There's a big shout. That looks plumb, and it is given. Ray Blaze, she's going to have to walk back. Just the 8 runs to her name, I believe. 9 runs, correction. She is out LBW, and Manat Hundal, correction, she picks up her second wicket. $98 for 4. Atlantic Canada losing their way. Still got a decent rate. 7.84 is what they're going at. You're going to have to maintain it to get to a decent total. Lots of overs to bat still. The new batter in, Najiba Samim. Well bowled again. Beaten for flight. Najiba Samim, one of three sisters. Full toss. No harm done. Just driven straight down to the fielder at short mid wicket. Loose delivery. It's going to be a wide. Manat's bowled well to just throw it away at this point. She needs to stay as consistent as possible. Better delivery. Oh, and that is a fantastic delivery. It's going to be the end of the over. 99 for 4 at the end of 13. We're going to have a change in bowling from the road end. Rashi Alot into the attack. Amanpreet Kaur. Amarpal Kaur. She's just going to have the 2 overs to her name for now. Oh, and she's celebrating before she's appealed. And then she realizes I should probably ask the umpire, but the umpire does say that is out. And that's going to be another wicket. Nikki Matthews has to walk back. She's out LBW. Atlantic Canada lose their 5th, 99 for 5. And the bowling change works for British Columbia. Rashi Alot into the attack, and first delivery, she picks up a wicket. New batter in, Vidhi Patel. Whoa, that is a very wayward delivery to follow up the wicket. They might get a run out off of this. There's a big shout. Umpire says not out. That's signaled wide. I thought it might be signaled a no ball. But then again, I'm not the umpire. 2 wides picked up from a very wayward delivery from Alot. Again, the extras column quite high with this game as well. Need to find consistency more often, and we've seen this issue all across with all the teams. It's going to be another wide. Atlantic Canada 5 down. We've got 2 new batters out in the middle. You almost have to question whether this was the right time to take Amarpal Kaur off the attack. She brought some consistency. That's edge. There's no fielder, unfortunately, where it lands. And they're going to pick up another single.
How are you?
Wide again, this time through the legs of the keeper. It's going to be 2 wides at least. They settle for the 1 run. This is going to turn out to be a big over if we keep going this way. And that's going to be a wicket. It's edged out to the fielder at square leg. Manat Hundal takes the catch. Atlantic Canada, they lose their 6th wicket.
A wicket, 2 wide, wide again, then 1, then 2 wide, then a wicket. Who caught the ball?
Vidhi Patel has to walk back, unfortunately.
Number 56.
Margi Patel replaces Vidhi Patel. Vidhi Patel, I'm going to have her score for you shortly, just waiting on an updated scorecard. She's gone for 1 run.
Over there, that would be over, right? You see that, that's over.
That's going to be another wide. Seems like the never-ending over right now, unfortunately. I think the umpire's trying to give some compassion to the bowler that looked wide from here. Can't stay down. And that's straight. Half an appeal. It's going to be a dot ball. I think we've still got 2 deliveries to come in the over. Legal deliveries. Quick update for you in the Prairie Ontario Fire game. Achani Pereira, 56 off 41. She's still out there. As we have another wide here. 108 for 3 at the 12.3 over mark. Oh my goodness, that should have been a run out. The keeper just not doing well enough to collect the ball. It's going to be 3 wides. Again, just not understanding this bowling change. Amarpal Kaur had found her rhythm. She just picked up a wicket, but she was taken off the bowling. Big swing and a miss. Through the keeper again, and they're going to run. This time it's going to be byes. And it's ricocheted off the pads of the keeper again. They're not going to run off of this. But that is going to be the end of the over. A very long and expensive over comes to an end for Rashi Alot. 110 at the end of 14 for 5.
Where you going? Where you going? Where you start? You start, wicket,
Correction, for 6. 6 wickets down.
wide.
Hundal to continue. She starts with a dot ball. She's been impressive so far. Picked up 2 wickets. Full toss, gets away with it. Hits straight out to Amarpal Kaur at mid wicket.
Who is back in there?
Pulled away. It may just run away to the boundary. No, it's going to fall just short. Pulled back by the fielder in the deep. And they pick up 2 runs. Just got to try and find that off-stump line.
56.
Hundal just a little too straight.
56. Yeah, Maggie Patna.
Flighted delivery, chipped into the leg side. Falls short of the fielder. There might be a run out here. Throws at the wrong end. The throw should have gone to the keeper's end. Not sure how she got some bat on that. The way she swiveled. It's going to be a single. Swing and a miss. Good delivery and a good over comes to an end. 113 for 6 at the end of 15. This has been impressive stuff from the batters from Atlantic Canada. They weren't able to finish. They weren't able to finish the 20 overs yesterday. They're well on track of doing that today. 5 overs to go. They've still got 4 wickets in hand, and most importantly, they've done a good job rotating the strike.
New bowler's name is Mohini. Shirt number 1.
We're going to have a change in bowling. Mohini Karla into the attack from the road end, replacing Rashi Alot. Looks like we might have some more off spin. Oh, and that's well bowled. It beats the batter, beats the keeper. Some turn and bounce, and they'll run it by. No signal. It was off the bat, so a drop catch to the keeper. Dot ball to follow. Oh, and that's an inside edge. They'll pick up a single. She's riding her luck, Sameem. Bowler's asking. I think there was some bat on that. The umpire says not out. Oh, and that's chopped on. That's going to be a wicket.
Ball inside edge.
Atlanta, Canada, they're falling like flies now. Margie Patel, she's got to walk back. Just the 4 runs to her name off 10 deliveries. And the new batter in, Sri Janani Ramesh. She is limping out there. She was brought out, retired, hurt. She's had some physio work done on her, and she's back out there to try and get some more runs on the board for her team. 115 for 7 at the end of 16. Sonali Vig into the attack from the pavilion end. She starts off with a loose delivery. It's going to be a wide. I'm a little hesitant to tally up the wides column and let you know just how many extras we've had in this game. Better delivery, big swing and a miss. I'm a little surprised with where the keeper is standing. Not sure why she's so far back. She's never going to have a chance at a stumping if she's going to be that far away. Another dot ball. She's found her mark. Sonali Vig starting off with the wide, but she's brought it back. She's an experienced campaigner. Cut away to the offside. And it's going to be another dot ball. Oh, that's pulled away into the leg side. I don't think it's going to quite make it to the boundary. It's just pulled back, and they'll pick up a single. Another dot to finish the over. 117 for 7 at the end of 17. 3 overs to go. How many more runs can Atlanta, Canada put on the board? They've maintained a decent run rate. Mohini back into the attack. She picked up a wicket in her first over. Starts with a dot. slided delivery. It's gonna be a swing and a miss. It's heaved into the leg side, and mid-on takes an easy catch. It's going to be another wicket for Atlantic Canada. They lose their 8th. British Columbia, they've done well after picking up Danielle. They've made sure they've taken regular wickets. A lot of the runs coming off of extras that the British Columbia bowlers have gifted to Atlantic Canada, unfortunately. Margie Patel walks back. The new batter in.
Number 23. She get caught.
Nafisa Wahidi.
Yeah, caught. Yeah.
It's her first game. I don't think she played yesterday, but she's out there in the middle today. That's going to be the end of the over. 117 for 8 at the end of 18. Sonali Vig to continue the attack. Starts off with a wide again. It's going to be an easy catch. Hundal takes the catch and down goes the 8th wicket. 118 for 9. Atlantic Canada losing their way. They'll be hopeful to now finish their 20 overs. Sonali Vig, she picks up a wicket to her name. Nikki Matthews walks back, limping away still. Unfortunately, she does have an injury. Sorry, correction. Sri Janani Ramesh walking back. 8 runs off of 22 deliveries for her. The new batter in, Mosca Sangar. Flighted delivery beats the batter. She hasn't moved much since she missed the ball. She's ready for the next delivery. That's going to be the end of the over. 118 for 9 at the end of 19. 1 over to come in this Atlantic Canada side. Swing and a miss. Mohini Karla to continue the attack from the road end. $119 for 4, the score. On the ground next to us, Ontario Fires taking on the Prairies.
Wide. Wide
Achni
again.
Pereira, the top scorer there, 56 off 42. We've still got 4.5 overs to come on that ground. A more positive batting approach this time around, and that's going to be a wicket to end the innings at this ground. Lima Samim, she's bowled for naught, and Karla, she picks up her 3rd wicket. 120 all out for 19.4 overs. A much better batting effort from Atlantic Canada this game. They've improved consistently throughout this tournament. They should be proud with the total that they've put up with a fairly young side in terms of experience. Danielle McGahey again up at the top, 54 off 27, 7 fours and 4 sixes. She's been the highlight of the batting. Not much else, just single digits for everyone else to follow. The extras have been heavy again, 28 extras in this game, 25 wides, 2 no balls and 1 bye. And the pick of the bowlers, Mannat Hundal, she's picked up 2 wickets, 19 runs coming off of her 4. 2 wickets to Rashia Lot. It was an expensive 1 over, very wayward. Regardless, she's done the job and picked up 2 wickets. And Mohini Karla picks up 3, 2.4 overs, just the 4 runs coming off of her bowling. And Sonali Vig chipping in with a wicket as well. We're going to take a short break and we'll be back with you for the Atlantic Canadian side's defense of this total. Welcome back to the coverage of the Atlantic Canada British Columbia game. If you're just joining us, Atlantic Canada managed 120 for 10, just managing 19.4 overs of their allocated 20. They were bowled out. They batted significantly better than they have in the past two games that they've played. Danielle McGahey top scored at the top, 54 for her off just 27 deliveries, 7 fours and 4 sixes to her name. The pick of the bowlers, we saw a little bit from all of the bowlers. Unfortunately, the extras were quite high. However, British Columbia, they'll feel as though they've given a few too many runs than compared to what they should have been at against an Atlantic Canadian side. Not the strongest side in this tournament, apart from Danielle. There isn't much else in the batting, unfortunately. So I'm sure British Columbia is going to look at the scoreboard and wonder why they ended up giving 120 runs. 28 extras played a big part in that. 25 of those were wide. And going back to the bowlers, Mohini Karla picking up 3 wickets. Mana Thundal bowled very well for her 2 wickets. Rashi Alot, wayward, very wayward over, but she does pick up 2 wickets as well. We're back now for the chase. British Columbia need 121 to win, and they should get this quite comfortably.
64 field. 64. Laura Jones. Laura Jones facing.
Hitting it up.
Laura Jones on strike. She takes the first ball from Dia Trivedi.
Who's 15? 15, Rashid Alat.
Start with the dot ball. Non-striker out there in the middle with Laura Jones, Rashi Alot. She's had a very expensive over in the first inning. She's going to have to look to make up for some of those runs that she gave. A lot of extras off her bowling, just not able to find her mark.
Number 18 long here, girl.
It's going to be a wide. Unfortunately, the consistency has just not been there for most of the teams. You get 2-3 good deliveries, and then there's an extra. The consistency, the experience, or the lack of it, quite evident with most of the players. We're now in the middle of our summer. Had a warm-ish spring. But again, long winters, so it's hard to get out there and practice the art of bowling or batting or fielding outside on a cricket ground. A lot of these girls do a lot of net practices in the winter, but just not quite the same when you're outside. Turf is also another factor. Most of the girls here do not have spikes. It's going to be another wide. They don't play on turf. Usually it's either matting or AstroTurf. Some of these girls probably playing on turf for the first time ever. Especially the smaller provinces who still lack the facilities to be able to take care of turf wickets. Well bowled, punch into the offside. It's going to be a dot ball. single. And Laura Jones opens her account. 120, 121 doesn't seem like a large total, but it does mean that you have to go to run at a ball. Well, run a ball to be able to chase it down. They do have fairly experienced batters, this British Columbia side, though, so it shouldn't be too much of a challenge. It's a full toss driven straight back to the bowler. They decide against taking a single. That's going to be the end of the over. 3 for no loss at the end of 1. Danielle into the attack from the road end. Just can't keep her out of the game. She opens the batting. She's going to open the bowling. Very passionate cricketer. She hits the ball hard.
Good running between the wickets. Yeah, nice shot. Beautiful, beautiful. Come on. Good job, Laura. Come on. Run. Keep running. Good job.
Loose delivery to start the over. Angling down leg. Laura Jones just getting some bat on it, and they pick up 2 runs. That's going to be a wide. It might actually run away to the boundary, and it does. That's going to be 5 wides. Danielle, she's definitely passionate. Her bowling, not her strength. Her batting is definitely her strength. She's got a very interesting action for a pace bowler, especially. And that's going to be another wide. It's going to be another wide. It's past the keeper. It may run down to the boundary again. It is just pulled in. And they've picked up another 3 wides. Heaved down the ground. It's going to be a single. Runs flowing in extras at the moment. And that's going to be a dot ball to finish the over. Sorry, not yet. I've had quite a few extras. I'm getting ahead of myself. And another wide. There are some significant technical issues with Danielle's bowling action. These are something that if she plans on bowling or wants to bowl, she should probably look at improving on it, working on some of the fundamentals of pace bowling.
Call the game.
It's a full toss, no harm done. It's gonna be a single. Sorry, a dot ball.
Job 8.
A 19 for no loss at the end of 2. Runs coming off of that over. 16 runs, most of them extras, unfortunately. Not the start that Danny would have hoped for. Very optimistic shout from Dia Trivedi. Definitely way too high. The umpire says not out. They're cruising along, British Columbia, and haven't really needed to do much with the bat yet. They're giving gifts in extras, Atlantic Canada. It's a tidier over than the previous one. Pull to the leg side. And it's going to be another dot ball. Just a quick update from the Ontario Fire Prairies game. Ontario Fire putting on 168 for 4 at the end of their 20. They finally managed a big total after not being able to do it 2 games between yesterday and on day 1. Achini Pereira top scoring 56 off 42. Zia 16 off 12. Samuel 20 off 14. Azmat 20 off 20, Mawish Khan 11 off 15, and Kainat Kazi 21 off 11. The bowlers, unfortunately, not being able to get the result that they would have liked. Krima Kapadia, she picks up 23 runs for her 4 overs. Panu, 1 wicket as well, 25 for 4. Harup Kang also picking up a wicket, but very expensive. 45 runs off of her 4 overs. And Kandola picking up the last wicket, 13 off of her 1 over. Very expensive bowling, unfortunately, from the Prairie side. Back to this game. Dia Trivedi Not ready to release that ball. Got 3 deliveries to come in the over. Play and a miss. And another dot ball. Better delivery. Looking to pull that in the offside, but not being able to middle the ball. Rashi Alot. That is going to be the end of the third over. 19 for no loss, and a very rare maiden over. Nikki Matthews into the attack
First over was Nikki.
from the road end.
No, first over was Danielle, so they have a change for bowler number 3. Name is Nikki. 1919.
Thank you. Changing bowling.
Probably for the best for Ray Blaze to give a rest to Danielle. She had a very wayward first over, unfortunately, and that isn't any better. Nikki Matthews also starting with a very wayward delivery. She's gonna have a no ball to her name, and it's a free hit. Laura Jones, she's got the license. What can she do with this free hit?
No ball, yeah. Too short, no ball.
It's gonna continue as a no ball.
Wide. Give him the wide instead.
He's given a wide instead. The umpire. This delivery should be a free hit. He has not signaled it, but the no ball free hit should continue.
Yeah. Up, is this a free hit or free hit?
There we go. Just seeing the signal for the free hit from the umpire. Looking to pull that away. Not able to connect. Unfortunately, it's just going to be a dot ball. Laura Jones looks a little frustrated with herself to have missed out on that. That run rate still close to the 6 runs and over required. Better delivery that's pulled away into the leg side. It's just going to be the 1 run. Well, that ball kept very low. She does well to get some bat on that. flicked into the leg side. Don't think the ball has the legs to run away to the boundary, but they will pick up 2 runs. Oh, that's a quick single. Needed a direct hit and she would have been gone. Rashia Loach, she survives. And they pick up another single. That's the end of the over. 25 for no loss at the end of 4. Trivedi back into the attack. Starts off with a wide. Loopy down leg. We've yet to see some express pace from any of the pace bowlers. Unfortunately, just not in the right sort of fundamentals to get that extra pace. That's hit up straight in the air. It's going to fall in the gap. They opt not to take a single. Just a dot ball at the end of that. Heaved into the leg side. The scamper across for a single. It's going to be a wide. The side. This time it's down the offside. If I'm not wrong, the top scorer so far is extras. Mrs. Wides is top scoring at the moment.
14, 16, 17.
17 wides is what we have bowled in this game, in this innings so far. Full toss, played into the leg side. There's a fielder coming around, and she's not going to be able to cut it off. That's going to be 4 runs. A rare boundary coming up for British Columbia. $28 for no loss. Correction, $32 for no loss at the end of 5 overs. Going to be a wide to start the over. Nikki Matthews way down leg, unfortunately. And we add yet another run to the wides column. Those of you following the Ashes, waiting on the Ashes, it looks like they're still dealing with the rain. That's going to be a no ball. It's going to be a free hit. It's a lot of chatter from the BC side beside us. A lot of instructions going out to Rashi Alot. Big hit. It's a free hit. Go for it. Leaves it, mistimes it into the leg side, and it's going to be a dot ball. We've not seen a lot of players capitalize on the free hits. Again, just don't have the experience to be able to put that foot down and swing their arms. Pushed into the offside, and that's a good stop by Ray Blaze. Saves a couple of runs for her side. Oh, and we've got an injury. Ray is down after that stop. Calls for the physio. We'll be back with you momentarily. Welcome back to the action. We had a slight delay with an injury situation. Ray Blaze going down, stopping and saving 2 runs for her side, but she did pick up a slight injury while doing so. We're going to continue the attack. Nikki Matthews, she's bowled 3 deliveries, 3 more to come. Rishialot on strike. That's a big swing. Not able to time it again. It's just going to be a dot ball. Unfortunately, there's a lot of swinging, but just not able to middle the bat, not watching the ball onto the bat, not getting in the right shape.
Check the fielders where they are.
And it's translating to weak shots, mistimed shots, lack of runs.
No ball. After the no ball is 3 dots.
Nice shot, nice shot.
Driven into the offside. It's beaten the inner circle, and it just dies short of the boundary. We're just waiting on notification whether it did cross the boundary or not. And it's been given 4 runs. British Columbia, they need 88 more runs from 87 balls. Still needing 6 runs and over. It's going to be a wide. The no ball actually off the pitch. And another free hit. Slapped down the ground. It's just going to be the 1 run. There's a misfield. And this is good awareness. They do pick up another run. 2 runs coming off of that. Swing and a miss. They're trying to call for an LBW. The umpire's hands stay down. And during all of this, the 2 batters, they steal a single.
Okay, thanks. Not 2 runs.
38 for no loss at the end of
Last ball was a leg ball.
6 overs. Just to give you a quick update on the Prairies Ontario Fire game. The Prairies 18 for 1. Their skipper is still out there in the middle, 19 off 9. If they've got any chance of chasing that total down, she's going to need to bat out the 20 overs.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 runs enough.
That's the end of the power play. New bowler, Royer, number 14.
It's going to be the end of the power play. And we're going to see a bowling change.
Number 14.
Rashi, come on, Rashi. Wait for the loose ball.
Roya Samim into the attack.
Okay.
And that's going to be wide. Flighted, wayward delivery. And she starts off with a wide.
Number 14 is
The wide's the top scorer so far. It's pulled into the leg side. They'll pick up a single. We're across for another single. Good rotation of strike.
Okay, fourth bar of white. Yeah. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 singles. This is the fifth single.
Heaved into the leg side again. Picking up singles as often as I can. This has been a decent over in terms of rotating the strike. Both batters now in double digits. Laura Jones 10 off 19. Rishiala 13 off 24. The equation still 73 needed off of 79 balls. 49 for no loss at the end of 7 overs. Ray Blaze into the attack. She's coming in from the road end. And they desperately need a wicket, Atlantic Canada. I'm going to try and put some pressure on British Columbia. Unfortunately, the wides and the no balls just haven't helped their cause. They've been able to... Oh, and just as I say that, we're going to have another wide. That's 2 wides in a row. Unfortunately, not the start that Ray Blaze would have hoped for. Pick up 1 run off the bat. 3 wides to start the over. Wayward start from Ray Blaze. Unfortunately, she's going to have to try and finish this over as neatly as she possibly can. Flied it and straight. Beats the batsman.
No. 3 wide and 1. Then a dot down 1.
Flighted, slow, straight delivery. Just push back to the bowler for another dot ball. This is an interesting approach because I don't think British Columbia realizes that they do still need 67 runs off of 74 balls. And not just that, they are calling for some rain tomorrow. So if British Columbia has to go head to head against Ontario Heat and it does rain, it might come down to their net run rate. And unfortunately, there's just not enough aggression from BC to try and make sure they end up on top of that equation. And as I say that, we've got another wide. That's going to be the end of the over. 57 for no loss at the end of 8. 64 of 72 needed. The equation for British Columbia. Danny back into the attack. She's had a very bad over in her first spell. She'll be looking to improve on that. She starts on the mark.
Come on, guys. You can't walk there, man. Yo.
Better stuff this time around from Danielle. That's a dot ball. She started with 2 dot balls. Pushed into the offside. 2 batters have really struggled to try and push this field back. They just don't have the power in any of the shots. They've really not put any pressure under the onto the fielders. There's a release shot. Should have been taken by the fielder at mid-on, and she makes an absolute meal of it. They pick up 2 runs. Well bowled in the block hole, and that's going to be the end of the over.
59. Right?
59? He put 60. Since I've come, there's been no runs.
Last 57 and 2.
60 for no loss at the end of 9. Ray into the attack. First over going for 8 runs. Better start. She's pulled into the leg side. It's past the fielder in the inner circle. We've got Danielle out at deep mid wicket. It's just going to be a single. Rachel out. She's worked her way up to. It's going to be a wide. And through the keeper. They pick up 2 wides. Rashi Alot has quietly moved on to 20 off of 34 deliveries. And Laura Jones batting on 12 off 25.
So, Rashi's a batting right now.
Rashiba.
And you have 63 or 62?
62? Where you got? 63?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go make up that one. Okay. I'll check it back.
Good calling, Laura. Great exercise. Beautiful. Keep it going.
64 now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll check back and see where the one is.
It's going to be another wide.
You bring food?
That's chipped into the offside. It's going to fall short of any fielder. Let's scamper across for a single. Pick up another single.
Rashid one. Serving down yet?
Oh, there was a chance of a run out, and the keeper makes a meal of that. The throw was good. She just didn't collect as well as she should have.
70?
Yes.
And
Still one ball.
we've still got the one delivery to come in the over.
Decal over.
Looks like the umpire is going to call it an over. It is one delivery short according to our calculation. However, 70 for no loss at the end of 10. A quick update for you. The game next to us, Prairie's Ontario Fire, 38 for 1 after 6.1. They're going very slow on that ground. Divya Saxena, 21 off 17. Typically she's way better with her strike rate, but she is going up against a very experienced bowling unit in Ontario Fire. And looks like they've just picked up another wicket. And the skipper, Divya Saxena, falls for 21. Danny back into the attack. This is cut away past the point fielder, and it's going to run away for a boundary. Four runs coming off the first delivery of this over. Played into the offside again. They're going to pick up 2 runs. The run's flowing a little bit easier this time. Slower delivery, beats the batsman. It's going to be a dot ball. Push into the offside again. This is good running. They pick up a quick single. It would have been nice to see a little bit of this aggression further up at the top. We do know that British Columbia has already qualified for the finals tomorrow. But just to be able to see the match awareness and to realize your slower fielders from your faster ones, which ones have stronger arms, which ones don't. And again, this does come with experience. Looking to pull that. There's a big shout. It looks way too high and possibly going down leg as well. That's going to be the end of the over. We're 70 for no loss at the end of 10. Correction, 77 for no loss. We're just going to update the scoreboard shortly. We see that the stream isn't updating the score. Vili Patel into the attack, coming in from the road end.
VIDA.
51 runs needed from 60 deliveries. That's the equation for British Columbia. Regardless, we do have confirmation that Ontario Heat and BC are both in the final. And it's going to be a cracker of a game between the two sides. They both have quite a lot of experience. Be interesting to see which team is going to come out on top. Whipped into the leg side. It's going to be an easy single. Oh. That's going to be a no ball and a free hit. That's another single to the total. Extremely flighted delivery. Flight again. Beats the batter. It's going to be another dot ball. $80 up for British Columbia. Just need 41 more runs. They're ticking along. That's going to be the end of the over. 80 for no loss at the end of 12. Just a quick update from the Prairies Ontario Fire game. The Prairies 40 for 4. Unfortunately, they have lost their way completely after losing their skipper up at the top. They need 129 runs off of 71 balls, and it just looks very unlikely. Laura Jones, 22 off 36. Rashiello, 23 off 41. They're going along risk-free. Dia Trivedi back into the attack. Under edge and a dot ball. Just looking at the BC coach, he's now signaling to his players to go for it. Signaling to them to try and be a little more aggressive, play some shots. Just 41 runs to get off of 47 balls. We also have a 12 o'clock hard stop. We've got to make sure the game is done by 12 o'clock. It's going to be a wide. King City on a Saturday is usually packed with players, as we're seeing all the grounds now filling up with the players. Games start at 12 o'clock, which is why we have to make sure this game is completed prior to that.
One run. Tomorrow I'm doing it.
So eventually they meet the player when they come in.
Yeah, you are.
Pushed into the offside. They're going to pick up another single. It's going to be yet another wide. The wides, unfortunately, have been the top scorer. 29 wides so far, 5 no balls. In total, 36 extras. That's going to be a wicket. Ray Blaze takes a juggling one-handed catch. And we're going to see the end of Rashi Alot. 24 for her off of 45 deliveries. A patient innings comes to an end. And British Columbia 83 for 1 after 12.5 overs. New batter in, Nicole Gallagher. She's going to face the last delivery of this over.
Yep, 24.
Hey Kapoor, how come you ignore me and go like that? How come you ignore me and go like that?
And that's going to be a dot ball to end the over. 83 for 1 at the end of 13. Vidya Patel back into the attack.
First ball is a wide.
Laura Jones to face the first delivery of this over. Flighted down leg, and it's going to be another wide. And she is bowled, but it's been signaled a no ball. You'd have to question, though, if she was bowled, surely the ball was dipping before it passed the batter. It's been given a no ball, though, and it's going to be another free hit. That's pulled away into the leg side. A diving effort from Danielle, and she saves a sure boundary. They pick up 2 runs. And the keeper's taking a hit in the throat. She's struggling. We might need the physio.
Physio inside here.
That's going to be another wide. There is a misfield by the keeper, and they scamper across. They're going to pick up an additional run, 2 wides off that delivery. We've only had just the 1 legal delivery bowled this over. 5 balls she's bowled already, and just the 1 legal delivery. This is going to be another no ball and a free hit. The bowling has just been absolutely earth-shattering from this Atlantic Canadian side. They were better yesterday, better on the first day. I'm just not sure what is happening with the side today. Unfortunately, they've just been all over the place. And that's going to be followed up with yet another wide. And it looks like we might actually finish this game in wides. We're now at 43 extras. 34 of those are wides and 7 no balls. They're going to need to do a lot more work in the nets when they get back, this Atlantic Canadian side. Just not quite up to par. 9 deliveries bowled in the over. Just 3 of them legal deliveries. 3 legal deliveries to come. The Equations still need 28 more runs. And that's played well. It's played into the leg side. It's just going to be the 1 run. Can't really test the arm of Danielle out in the deep. More importantly, that is another legal delivery. 2 deliveries to come in the over. Vidi Patel, she's really struggled this over, unfortunately, just not able to find her mark. Laura Jones saving yet another wide. She gets some bat on that. She'll pick up a single. She'll take the run to her name instead of adding it onto the wides column. That's another wide. .96 for 1 at the end of the 14th. Ray into the attack. And she's bowled her. That's going to be a wicket. Nicole Gallagher. Sorry, correction. No, sorry, it is Nicole Gallagher. She is bowled and she's going to have to walk back 2 runs to her name off the 4 deliveries that she's faced. No, it is not. It is Laura Jones who is out. Nicole Gallagher is still out there. 26 off 42. She's been out there for quite a while and she's rotated the strike well, made sure that her team gets over the side. Just 25 runs needed off 35 balls. The previous over, 13 runs coming off of it and 8 deliveries bowled in that over. It was a very long over. Unfortunately, just showing that the experience isn't there. New batter in, Amarpal Kaur. Again, seasoned campaigner. She should make quick work of this total. Just 25 runs needed. We are past that 12 o'clock mark. I think the umpires are just going to wait for this to play out. Correction, Amarpal Kaur has not gone in. Riti Dahia is in, the new batter. It seems as though British Columbia is giving a lot of their younger players, newer players, a chance in this game. They know they're already in the finals tomorrow against the Heat, Ontario Heat. Might as well give some of your other players a chance, especially when you know you're in the finals and this is going to be an easy win. Looking very relaxed, British Columbia. They know they've got this one in the bag.
Yeah, how many hours do you want to speak? How many hours do you want to speak?
Just an update on the Prairie side, 48 for 5. They're going to pick up just the single. Prairie's 48 for 5 after 13.4. Unfortunately, that game looks like they're not going to come out on top. Ontario Fire is going to pick up their first win. Driven well into the offside. Nicole picks up another run.
What score you at? 99?
Just 22 runs to get. "32 deliveries to come, 32 legal deliveries. Unfortunately, we've just had so many extras in this game. And that's going to be a wide. As soon as I mention the extras, we have yet another one.
Hey, 100 exact.
100 up for British Columbia, 100 for 2 at the end of 15. Ray Blaze back into the attack. Nicole Gallagher to face the first delivery of the over. Ray just marshalling her troops, making sure everyone's in the right position. That's pulled away. It's pulled away well. And it's going to beat the man at deep mid wicket. That's going to be 4 runs.
That's the first ball, right?
Nicole Gallagher accelerating this run rate, trying to finish this game off in style. It's been very patient so far from the BC side. And similar delivery, similar result. This time behind backward square, but she still picks up another 4 runs. Just 11 runs needed now. Home stretch for British Columbia. That's cut away. It's cut straight to the fielder at cover. She unfortunately isn't able to hold on, and they pick up a single. Nicole Gallagher picks up a single. Gonna have yet another wide. Just 9 runs needed. Pulled away again. An easy single. No ball and a free hit. That's going to be a wide, which means the no ball continues on. The free hit, pardon me, continues on to the next delivery. It's straight down the throat of the fielder at mid-on. It was a free hit, no harm done, but they did almost have a run out. Both batters ended up at the same end. Nicole Gallagher calling for the single. Her partner responding later than she should have. No harm done though. 7 runs to get. 1 delivery to come in the over. And they'll pick up a single to end the over. 115 for 2 at the end of 16. Just 7 runs to get.
You got the score?
Roya Samim back into the attack. We've got a wide to start the over. Better delivery, played into the leg side. They'll pick up an easy single. And just 5 runs needed. 4 runs needed.
Hit a 4
Oh, that's popped up in the air. There's no fielder close enough on the leg side. It's just going to be a dot ball. Nicole, she's got the ability to hit the ball. No, she's going to go for it. She's got to go for it. Can't be in 2 minds. She cuts that away on the offside. There isn't a fielder out in the deep, but she picks up a boundary. And British Columbia seal this game with a win.
Game is over. Game is over.
This has been a treat to watch. Nicole Gallagher out in the middle. She's done well with the bat. 15 off 15 is what she ends off with. And 16.3 overs it took to reach the target for British Columbia.
Game is over.
Just to give you a quick recap from what happened this morning.
120 you have, right?
Score you have.
120
Atlantic,
you have, right?
Canada scoring 120 all out, 19.4 overs.
121, I mean.
Their
Yeah.
top scorer,
Sorry
Danielle,
about that.
reaching yet another half century. Not much else could be said, unfortunately, from the other batters, everyone in single digits. And British Columbia, they've come out a lot more positive in their intent. They stayed at the wicket, their 2 opening batters.
I thought you in Texas.
Laura Jones, 26 off 43. Rashi, a lot, 24 off 45. A pick of the bowlers, Mohini Karla, picked up 3 wickets, 2.4 overs, the 4 runs. Manat Hundal, we saw she bowled extremely well in the first innings, picking up 2 wickets. She's an up-and-coming prospect, a leg spinner for Canada. Rashi Alot picking up 2 wickets for her 1 over. At the end of the day, it looks like it's going to be a Ontario Heat British Columbia final. Well deserved for both sides. They've played good cricket. They've won all of the games. Just a quick update for you on the ground next to us. The Prairies are 57 for 6 after 16. They are going to they're going to fall well short of their target. They still need 112 runs off just 24 balls. Thank you for joining us for the coverage of this 3rd day of the Women's Nationals. We'll be back tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. with the finals, where Ontario Heat will take on British Columbia. This is Manali Patel signing off. Enjoy the rest of your day.